Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellist presentation, we will highlight the top 10 African countries for African Americans to relocate or retire.
Welcome to blackexcellist.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
In Africa, a new lifestyle awaits where you can enjoy the culture and the local population who are keen to show you the wonders of the motherland. Africa is a big destination for expatriates from around the globe. It is the second largest continent and also has the second largest population with over 1.2 billion people. The continent of Africa has 54 independent countries, and each one hosts a large diversity of ethnicities, cultural traditions, natural beauty, and a mosaic of languages. Despite the political uncertainties, health challenges, and safety concerns, Africa is an increasingly attractive destination for African Americans seeking to return home, or for expats seeking higher salaries overseas because of the demand for skilled workers. If you're considering moving abroad, we implore you to perform your own extensive research and take advantage of the vast amount of information and testimonials that are available on the internet. And maybe this video is the first step in performing your own due diligence. Because to move abroad anywhere means that you will have to start over, sort out living arrangements, and adjust to a new environment. Nevertheless, most experts who have relocated to Africa will attest that their triumphs in the motherland overwhelmingly overshadow the trials. In this original Black Excellist video, we will be featuring the 10 countries in Africa for expats. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Ghana. Ghana is a popular expat destination in West Africa, offering a blend of history, tradition, and modernity all at once. Ghana offers a pleasant way of life in a dynamic environment, evolving at a fast pace and preserving its cultural diversity. Gold, cocoa, and more recently oil form the cornerstone of Ghana's economy and have helped fuel its economic boom. Formerly known as the Gold Coast, Ghana is a West African country on the Gulf of Guinea. Most of the population is concentrated along the coast in the south, as well as regions to the northeast of the coast. As large parts of the rural population are drawn towards Ghana metro areas, most notably the country's capital Accra and the Kumasi area, the countryside is rather sparsely populated. New expats moving to Ghana will notice how friendly people are along with its laid-back culture. Many expats are drawn to Ghana in a desire to give back through volunteering and making a difference in Africa. While a number of newcomers are flooding into the country to work as a result of the growing hydrocarbon, telecommunication, mining, transport industries, and other attractive jobs in the service sector, there is a wealth of cultural festivities to discover, and music and dance almost always are central parts of the celebrations. The cultural heritage of the nation is also a considerable draw for expats living in Ghana who want to take the opportunity to partake in these unique and fascinating festivals. There are few modern hotels and beaches facilities in Ghana for expats to enjoy, but there is a growing list of continental restaurants and nightlife venues popping up in the main cities. The foreign community only constitutes a small proportion of the total population, but the expat community has grown over the years and is quite diverse. Safety in Ghana isn't a huge concern as the country generally suffers less from crime, corruption, and political instability than its neighbors and other sub-Saharan countries. Expats moving to Ghana will encounter a relative wealth of different ecosystems and climatic subregions. Characteristic of tropical countries, the only seasonal change residents experience is the switch between the rainy seasons and the dry seasons. The nation's capital, Accra, is a city of roughly 2.5 million, making it by far the largest urban area in Ghana and one of the largest on the entire African continent. Ghana is one of the most advanced countries in Africa in terms of healthcare, thanks to the launch of the public insurance system that replaced the existing cash and carry health system in 2003. Number 2. Mauritius. Mauritius The Republic of Mauritius is an ideal destination featuring idyllic landscapes, fascinating cultural diversity, warm and welcoming population. The island country offers lots of assets to seduce expatriates, including an enticing combination of a robust and growing economy, low taxation, outstanding scenery, and an enviable climate. Situated just 2 miles from the African coast in the Indian Ocean, the small island of Mauritius is located east of Madagascar. Mauritius has a population of 1.3 million people and covers an area of 2,040 square kilometers. Once dependent on sugar exports, the island has built up a strong outsourcing and financial services sector, as well as an important tourism industry. Mauritius now boasts one of the Africa's highest per capita incomes. It offers many tax incentives to encourage investors to settle on the island. There is no tax on inheritance and profits. Additionally, dividends and capital income are also tax exempt. Life in Mauritius has much to offer for expats and their family, with good schools, high standards of real estate, and a vast choice of leisure activities ranging from numerous water sports and horseback riding to rugby and golf. The cost of living in Mauritius is cheaper than in some African countries, with a comparable quality of life, and crime levels are low. Mauritius is an attractive choice for retirees, as well as expats looking for a career move to this region, since it attracts professional experts wishing to work or settle their business in a pleasant environment with fiscal incentives. During the 19th century, people came from countries such as India, Africa, Madagascar, and China to work in Mauritius, so it has to be expected that a wide range of religious festivals are celebrated in the country today, including the Chinese New Year, the Kavadi Festival, Diwali, and Christmas. Located close to the tropical of Capricorn, Mauritius enjoys a warm climate all year round. Rainfall varies considerably by region, with the east experiencing significantly more rainfall than the west or north. Mauritius is prone to storms caused by cyclones, which are more likely to occur between September and May. Mauritius has a public healthcare system governed by the Ministry of Health and Quality of Life, although there are many private health institutions as well, offering competent medical facilities and treatments. Number 3. Botswana. Located in the Southern Africa, Botswana is a peaceful landlocked country offering a promising expat experience. Its recent fast economic growth has attracted lots of foreign investors, also seduced by incentive tax system. Botswana is a spot of pristine natural beauty, almost unique to our overpopulated world. As such, moving to Botswana can mean, on one hand, getting in touch with the wild flora and fauna, and on the other, experiencing the city life of the capital. Since its independence, Botswana is considered one of the most stable democracies in Africa. With one of the fastest growing economies in the world, Botswana holds plenty of opportunities for expatriates hoping to start a new life in Botswana. It is the continent's longest continuous multi-party democracy. Botswana is relatively free from corruption and has a good human rights record. Botswana is a landlocked country in the Southern Africa, sparsely populated with an estimated population of just over 2 million. Broadly speaking, Botswana is flat, with the Kalahari Desert making up roughly 70% of its territory. The Okavango Delta in the northwest of the country draws a wide variety of wildlife when it floods during the months of June to August, making Botswana one of the most popular safari destinations in the whole of Africa. The capital, Gaborone, is popular among expats, and a number of them have settled in that area. Gaborone is the country business and commercial center, with many utilities, institutions, including schools and universities. Roughly 10% of the population resides in or around the capital of Gaborone, and the nation is divided into 9 districts of varying sizes. There are 15 councils, which include the 9 district councils and 6 extra town or city-specific councils. Tswana is the dominant ethnic group, making up 75% of the population, and there are a number of native tribes. Botswana protects some of the Africa's largest areas of wilderness, so it's no wonder that their tightly controlled safari-based tourism is an important source of income. Expats have more of a chance of seeing an African elephant here than anywhere else in the world, plus free roaming big cats, rhinos, antelopes, wild dogs, and various exotic birds. Botswana is the world's largest producer of diamonds, and the trade has transformed it into a middle-income nation. Botswana provides universal healthcare to all citizens through a public healthcare system, but privately run healthcare is also available. Healthcare in Gaborone and other major cities is of reasonable standard, with good facilities and qualified staff. And there are also a small number of private clinics offering medical care to a higher standard. Number 4. Namibia. The Republic of Namibia is a paradise of natural beauty. Namibians are warm, friendly, and open people who are very proud of their country, and with a good reason. While still a developing country, Namibia has come a long way, and all modern technologies and amenities can be found in its bigger cities and towns. Home of 2 deserts, spectacular coastlines, and popular national parks, the country boasts unique wonders. Namibia's name is derived from the Namib Desert, one of the country's most distinctive geographical features. This country in southwestern Africa is bordered to the west by the Atlantic Ocean, to the north by Angola and Zambia, and to the east by Botswana, and to the south and east by South Africa. Experts moving to Namibia are captivated by scenes such as the 75-mile-long Etosha Salt Pan, the massive Fish River Canyon, or the endless red sand dunes. Despite its small size, it's home to a wide range of people from the multitude of ethnic and cultural backgrounds. Namibia is often referred to by experts as Africa for beginners due to its relative safety compared to other African countries and its colonial past. Experts who relocate to Namibia may be surprised by the historical and cultural influences evident in its architecture, work environments, and lifestyles. The country's natural mineral riches and relatively small population have made it an upper-middle-income country. Namibia is a diverse melting point of different cultures and tribes, which can especially be seen in cities like Windhoek. The climate and the weather of Namibia can swing between extremes. Although it is classified overall as having an arid climate, the actual weather conditions, temperatures, and the amount of rainfall vary considerably throughout the country due to its different geographical regions. Located as it is between 2 deserts, Namibia has the least amount of rainfall in sub-Saharan Africa and usually has over 300 sunny days per year. Namibia has only one real city of any considerable size, Windhoek, the capital, and that still only has a population of around 325,000. Windhoek is the political, economic, and cultural center of the country. The city offers all the comforts of urban civilization, different restaurants, museums, clubs, and shopping malls. Due to its historical links with Germany, Windhoek has a very European feel. Downtown Windhoek is where Namibia's European-style buildings and food culture uniquely converge into a fascinating and appealing destination. Namibia does have a better healthcare infrastructure than most other countries in Africa, with the majority of the facilities located in the capital Windhoek. Both public and private healthcare systems operate in Namibia, with major differences in the quality of service provided. Number 5. Kenya. Famous for endless savanna sunsets and a wilderness filled with majestic wildebeest, snow-misted mountains, and traditional tribe cultures, magical Kenya is a romantic and intriguing country that has been attracting Westerners for decades. Founded on traditional tribal cultures, Kenya is a rich and vibrant country with an emphasis on the natural environment, but the modern world is ever more present. Foodies living in Kenya can look forward to a range of culinary delights. Bordered by the Indian Ocean, Kenya is an East African country enjoying a diverse climate varying from one region to another. It has already attracted many foreign professionals over the years due to its developed tertiary sector. Nicknamed the cradle of humanity, Kenya has been inhabited by humans for millions of years. Throughout its later history, its rich agricultural lands and strategic location in East Africa attracted the interest of foreign powers. Most expats moving to Kenya settle in a major city, especially in Nairobi or Mombasa. Both are important urban centers with significant local economies, large populations, and stark income inequality. Expats in Kenya have the advantage of being able to explore some of the most magnificent landscapes in the world, including beautiful white sand beaches, lush forests, and parks bursting with wildlife, whilst living a low-cost lifestyle and enjoying Kenya's melting pot of diverse cultures. In the cities, the expat social scene is buzzing, and there is increasingly greater social interaction with the locals too, as English is widely spoken. Many expats living in Kenya take some time out of their everyday routine to immerse themselves in the country's natural beauty, admiring impalas and zebras near Lake Victoria, relaxing on the tropical beaches of Kenya's south coast, and hiking in the forests around rugged Mount Kenya may all become some of your most wonderful memories of living in Kenya. There are several cultural institutes that are generally excellent locales for expats who are interested in the contemporary art scene, be it music, the fine arts, or literature. Kenya's economy greatly relies on trade, transports, communication, and teaching, which are promising fields for expatriates in terms of employment. Being so vast with such diverse topography, the climate in Kenya varies depending on the location. Coastal areas and the city of Mombasa are humid with high temperatures almost all year round, whilst to the north, the climate is arid with very little rainfall and average temperatures range anywhere between 70 degrees to 105 degrees. Kenya has a public healthcare system which provides primary care, pharmaceuticals, and emergency services. Experts are strongly advised to purchase comprehensive private healthcare in order to gain access to more competent, well-trained doctors and nurses, as well as more modern facilities. Number 6. Uganda. The Pearl of Africa, as Uganda is nicknamed, lies at the heart of the continent. Straddling the equator, Uganda has relatively pleasant weather year-round, albeit humid. Known as a cultural melting point, moving to Uganda will expose you to a wealth of diverse music, food, social life, arts, and crafts. Ugandan people are equally warm, famous to their hospitality and welcoming nature. There are plenty of things to see and do in Uganda, from sampling local cuisine to taking part in exciting outdoor activities. You can also go to horseback riding and experience traditional music and dance. Uganda is a relatively small country, but it's home to some of the most memorable African attractions. Here, you can see the continent's tallest mountain range and encounter some of the world's most endangered animals. This East African country is indeed an appealing destination for an expat project with its spectacular landscapes and natural wonders. Uganda is a culturally diverse country where expatriates can settle and enjoy a stable economy. Job opportunities are available for foreign professionals in NGO, journalism, but also in the oil sector. Uganda may be landlocked, but it doesn't disappoint in terms of impressive diverse landscapes, waterfalls, lakes, and snow-peaked mountains. Uganda benefits from having a variety of natural resources such as fertile soils paired with substantial rainfall, deposits of gold, copper, and oil. Agriculture continues to be the most important sector where most of the population is employed. Coffee is the country's main commodity and the source of export revenue. New arrivals enjoy an affordable cost of living and will likely find themselves living comfortably in a major urban area. Overall, expats will have a chance to interact with friendly locals while enjoying spectacular landscapes, a mosaic of cultures, and exciting wildlife. Uganda lies in the Nile Basin, and a substantial portion of Lake Victoria lies in the south of the country. Although it is situated to the equator, Uganda is still more temperate than some of its surrounding areas, mainly thanks to its altitude. Most of the country is situated on a plateau, with a mountainous rim making it more suited to agriculture. This also makes it less prone to tropical diseases than other nations close by. Expats are drawn to work and live in Uganda. Since the discovery of oil, Uganda's economic prospects have improved and its expat labor force is employed in various sectors. Expats will need to invest in a comprehensive health insurance, as treatment in private hospitals can be expensive. Number 7. Togo. Togo is a small country in the west of Africa that is fast becoming a more appealing prospect for expats. Togo acts as a regional commercial and trade center for the West Africa region, and economic reform measures have helped to attract more foreign investment as well as expats planning a life in Togo or wanting to play a part in the development of this lovely part of the world. With friendly people and beautiful savannas, it is easy to see why moving to Togo is so attractive for some expats. Thanks to the region's achieved political stability, the country is experiencing a steady economic growth. Togo borders Ghana to the west, with Burkina Faso to the north of the country and Benin to the east. Togo itself is very narrow, stretching down to the Gulf of Guinea, where the capital city, Lomé, can be found. Togo is home to around 7 million people, but most of the nation's residents live outside of the main cities, farming their own plots of land to make a modest living. The population of Togo is rising fast and has more than doubled in the last 30 years alone. Togo is gaining popularity among travelers for its pristine natural diversity. The country offers beautiful quiet beaches on the Atlantic coast, lots of hiking and trekking routes, vast savannas and lush green forests. Thanks to the region's achieved political stability, the country is experiencing a steady economic growth. The infrastructure has undergone major improvements that include roads, a new airport, and a port which have significantly simplified travel in the region. Togo's economy still relies heavily on subsistence and commercial agriculture, which employs over 60% of the population. Cocoa, coffee, and cotton are Togo's main exports. Togo's climate is conducive to the nation's heavy reliance on agriculture and contributes to its excellent growing seasons. The Togo Mountains run down the center of the country, separating two savanna plains regions that cover much of the nation's land mass. Expats who move to Togo will experience cooler weather from November to March, when the dry desert winds from the Harmattan blow south. Togo itself is very narrow, stretching down to the Gulf of Guinea, where the capital city, Lomé, can be found. Lomé has a population of around 750,000, which is multiple times larger than any other Togolese cities. Urban development in Lomé and Palimé, as well as the growth of the mining sector, provide opportunities for expats considering life in Togo. All healthcare services are free in Togo with the exception of the major clinics in the country's capital city of Lomé, where a nominal fee may be charged. Number 8. Senegal. If you're looking for a destination that combines both adventure and good opportunities, Senegal should definitely be considered. Living in this West African country offers comparatively good facilities and an amazing natural beauty. Located at the westernmost point of the continent and served by multiple air and maritime travel routes, Senegal is known as the gateway to Africa. The country lies at an ecological boundary where semi-arid grassland, oceanfront, and tropical rainforest converge. This diverse environment has endowed Senegal with a wide variety of plant and animal life. Long considered one of Africa's model democracies, the Western African nation of Senegal has a tradition of stable governments and a civilian rule. Compared with other West African countries, Senegal has an extensive and highly developed road system, with motorways and paved roads reaching all of the urban areas and many of the rural regions. The Senegalese people are renowned for their legendary friendliness and hospitality. Expats tend to be pleasantly shocked about how welcoming they are to foreigners. It's one of the key tenets of Senegalese culture. Additionally, Senegal is known for its music, art, food, films, and literature. Like many West African countries, Senegal is home to a wide variety of ethnic groups and minorities, each with their own particular language and dialect. The large number of tribes contribute to Senegal's host of varying traditions and festivals that take place across the country, whether you are in a major city or a rural village. Expatriates that want to move to Senegal from colder climates will be pleased to hear the country's tropical weather means it is hot all year round. The rainy season lasts from May to November, and the dry season spans from December through April. Dakar is not just Senegal's capital city. It is the country's economic, cultural, and sporting hub. Situated on the Cape Verde Peninsula, it is almost entirely surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean, which offers up a number of water sports, fishing opportunities and beaches, while Dakar also hosts a wide range of stadiums and sports clubs. In addition, there is endless number of museums, art galleries and theaters for you to indulge in culturally. Dakar is the West African capital of arts and culture. Every 2 years, it hosts the Dakar Biennale, the largest contemporary art show in Africa, which takes place in venues across the city. Healthcare in Senegal is of good standard, particularly in the Dakar and other developed urban areas. Senegal has both a public and private healthcare system available to expats working and living in the country. Number 9. Morocco. Being a land of contrasts and cultural diversity, with modern infrastructures but still preserving authenticity and traditions, Morocco is a popular destination among expatriates. Expats moving to Morocco will be greeted by a colorful land characterized by scenic beauty, bustling marketplaces, and delicious food. Morocco lies at the crossroads of Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, and the elements of these different cultures are visible in everyday life. Though the expat population in Morocco is still relatively small, it is growing steadily. Food is also central to Moroccan culture, and the country is a food lover's dream. Its geographical location, its economic growth and incentive fiscal system attract professionals, foreign investors and retirees who settle here to live in a mild climate and enjoy the Moroccan charms. Ultimately, expats moving to Morocco do so with a sense of adventure. Moroccans tend to be open-minded and are interested in learning about new people and other ways of living. Many different cultures, Berber, Arab, Spanish, and French, have all left their mark on Morocco through the centuries. Islam, however, is the central tenet of the Moroccan culture and permeates all aspects of everyday life in the country, especially during the holy month of Ramadan. While some expats may have their reservations about relocating to an Islamic country, they find that Morocco is far more liberal than most expat destinations in Middle East, while social life in Morocco is centered on the home and family. The Kingdom of Morocco is located at the northwest corner of Africa, separated by the European continent by the Strait of Gibraltar. Most expats living in Morocco will probably reside on the Atlantic coast, where they enjoy a Mediterranean climate with mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. Rabat, the capital of Morocco, was made the administrative capital of the country under the French. The city is a center of the textile industry and is known for the production of carpets, blankets, and leather handcrafts. Casablanca is the largest city in Morocco, with a population of 3.6 million, and is the commercial and industrial heart of Morocco. It is one of the most popular locations in Morocco for expats, characterized by a vibrant youth culture, switch beachside suburbs, cosmopolitan lifestyle, and a fantastic creative and business opportunities. Morocco has a two-tiered medical system. There is a universal public healthcare as well as a private healthcare system. Expats generally avoid the public hospitals and prefer the private clinics, where service is more expensive but much better. Number 10. Ethiopia. Located in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia is an interesting and uncommon expat destination. The country has already seduced expatriates settling here to live and work, but also to indulge in a thrilling experience abroad. Ethiopia is a bright and vibrant country, decorated in rich traditions of various tribes and culture. Expats are drawn to this gem of Africa, where salaries are quite good. The standard of living is high and it is a relatively safe country. Moving to Ethiopia has become an exciting prospect for many expats thanks to its moderate climate, expansion in industries, and the production of international commodities. In addition, it has a fascinating history, great food, and a lively, colorful culture to discover. Ethiopia sits landlocked in East Africa. It has a rich history and is widely recognized as the birthplace of modern man 200,000 years ago. Ethiopia is a highly populous nation with around 98 million inhabitants. This makes it the second most inhabited country in Africa and the world's most populated landlocked country. Life in Ethiopia is not without its challenges, but that doesn't mean expats can't make a life and succeed here. Ethiopians are very friendly and education generally meets good standards, so you can settle down with your family and enjoy the beautiful scenery. There are over 80 different languages spoken here, but English is also widely spoken to the delight of most expats. Ethiopia is both multicultural and multi-ethnic. Religion influences both culture and tradition. Although ethnic tensions can erupt in some areas, for the most part, Ethiopia is a country where people of different religions have lived in harmony for centuries. The country also has a rich tradition of both secular and religious music, singing and dancing, and together, these constitute an important part of cultural life. Singing accompanies many agricultural activities as well as religious festivals and ceremonies surrounding life's milestones such as birth, marriage, and death. Ethiopia enjoys a monsoon climate typical of equatorial countries, but remains cooler than its neighbors at points of high elevation. Temperatures don't vary much between places, but the amount of rainfall varies from the dry season from October to February, the light rainy season of March to May, to the heavy rainy season of June to September. Nonetheless, Ethiopia is very sunny, averaging 7 hours of sunshine a day. Ethiopia's healthcare system is in a state of development, although things are gradually improving. Conditions are better in the cities, where access to doctors and hospitals is easier. Medical services are provided free of charge. However, the standard of public healthcare is generally lower than in Western countries.
We appreciate the fact that you stayed with us until the end. Thank you for spending time with us, and don't forget to like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video. Bye for now. We will see you tomorrow.